segment about the podcast for the podcast whenever you want to get to that. I know you have an agenda, KP.
I have no agendas. I have a rundown.
Well, I'm using agenda. I'm not talking about agenda like in the pejorative sense. I'm saying you have a list, I'm saying like a meeting, right? Remember the old Mississippi County Commission meetings? They would have an agenda. Things they were, I'm saying I know you have an agenda, but under other business related to the podcast, I've got a new business. Or not new business, but something.
Wow. My poor shirt. Put baby powder on because you know it's hot and I don't want to be galled. It's a man thing. And I got it all over me, man.
Hey, you got some under your nose too?
No, I quit doing that in the 80s. So see, I know how to do that now. Welcome to Pod on the Prairie with KP, Scotty, and Ag. Like we start every week, we're here to do the best we can. And that's all we can do. Got a great rundown this week. A lot of topics, a lot of heated topics, and we'll get to them at some point, but we're here to have informative, entertaining information. So we always start with the ag report, but give me a real quick rundown of the third ditch. Okay.
Ag report is how we start.
Okay.
Well, I'm just looking it up because I haven't yet today. Looks like soybeans are 1043, down 6 points. Corn's 426.4, that's down 3 points. So it ain't went up any. Forecast has got a little bit of rain in the forecast, 40%, I think, over the next 7 to 10 days. So it don't look like we're gonna get much help there either. But yeah, we're hoping for rain still. We're still dry. Still real dry.
It rumbled and thundered the other night, and everybody got a little bit of like a dew.
Yeah.
What did it get down in Doreen?
We got, I think, 3 tenths is what is in one of our rain gauges. But it's so dry, it didn't even, there's like no mud puddles or nothing. You know, it didn't.
Suck right up, huh?
Yeah, it just sucked right up.
So the drought is a real thing.
Yeah, it's still, ground's still cracked, and I was looking at a pod of soybeans this morning off of our 40 out by East Prairie, and it was basically, instead of 3 full soybeans in it, it was about 2.5. So that third soybean out of that pod was basically not there. So that's gonna hurt yields. That's directly related to the water, or lack of water.
What's the Mississippi look like? The water?
Dry as a bone.
It's low, huh?
It's so low you can see the bottom of the boat ramp.
Yikes.
You know,
it's low.
don't want to get political at all, but going to. The lack of soybean sales to China is really being hurting the farmers now.
Yeah, they said China got 40% of their soybeans from us last year, and this year they're getting 0% of them. So that's definitely not going to help the market.
That pencil don't pencil, does it?
No, it ain't going to help the market because there's a lot of people that are buying soybeans that ain't now.
Well,
So
there is some light at the end of the tunnel. There's some scuttlebutt that Congress is looking to. We have a visitor. We have a guest visitor showing up.
Greet us.
Howdy. Congress is discussing, or there's scuttlebutt that there's movement for a bailout, if you want it, for lack of a better word. So without that, according to my sources and what I've been able to,
Nice to meet you.
so we're probably going to have to hit pause because Starkey just come in and we don't want to say interrupted the show. We knew he was coming. Wait, I got to get mine put away here. But we are still running a major pool.
yeah, that one's still recording.
Matt, Scotty Walton, Ag Wallace, KP.
I know you.
Matt Stark, Starkey the
Is
first.
that 2 judges' names that you use, or just one?
No.
Dolan?
I don't make fun of him.
That
No,
was a joke, man.
he was a good friend of my mom's, and you don't want to get on that side of that joke. If you remember right, Scotty. So ag report. Any good news, man? I mean, the weather's it's just
Not
gonna
really.
go hot.
We
Huh?
just think we need a rain, man. We need rain bad. It's rain. You know, if the rain's not there, the yields aren't going to be there.
They're
So,
cutting hard over in Illinois.
Yeah.
They're over there right now working.
they're cutting a lot of corn and soybeans. It's about to come off. We got a 40 here outside town. It'll be our first one we harvest, and it's almost there. But I think it's still use rain. You know, it's not that far gone. If we got a couple inches, I'm pretty sure the plant would take it up, put it in the pod.
No, you know what beans?
Yeah.
Well, we can pray for the rain.
Yeah. Rain, you know, rain dance always worked. 100% effective.
100.
Yeah.
100.
They didn't stop dancing until it started raining.
Not to make light of this, but I think all you need to do is schedule a music event outdoors and you get a heart attack.
Well, we got one coming up, that Mississippi music thing down there in United. It's coming up here pretty soon.
Scotty's band, Third Ditch, has got one coming up as well. Now, you know,
Who's that?
the outdoor.
Oh
appearance.
yeah, but it's outdoorish. I don't know if you've been out to Rotary Park in Sykes in a while, but it's got a big pavilion. I mean, so big you'd have to have a sideways rain to get the band wet.
Wow.
And the audience, I think 70, 80 people could stand under there comfortably, sit and stand.
Which one is Rotary?
One by the airport,
Okay, yeah.
and kind of like with the golf
Houses
course
on.
all up in there. Yeah.
That got a different name for that in size.
Well,
And I don't understand it really.
historically, I know it would be, it was a
That would be one of
haunt,
those
they'll say, of a
elevated
certain
chairs.
demographic
So
of
you
the
can
population
fit
I
in.
wasn't interested in.
Right.
Personally.
So we can have you on
But,
camera, Matthew.
if those people still frequent that place, well, they're gonna have to be ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Well,
Zombie
the reason-
apocalypse.
The reason I
Love.
knew that was
Love.
because I was working over there helping Matt Beazer, and we were going to eat lunch there at that park. And some of the people I knew from Sykes were like, you know, where are you going for lunch? I said, we go over to the park over by the golf course. And like, you know, gay park? And I'm like, what? You know, and then we started kind of watching around.
Just what we needed.
And that goes back
Just
a long
what-
time because, you know, me and my buddies were always going to all the parks to smoke weed. You know, back in the day when you couldn't, you know, you just look at mom and
Look what
dad's
you've
house,
done.
right?
You've turned this podcast into what? Go ahead.
So, you know, we would go out there and smoke weed, and then, you know, somebody brought that up, and I didn't want them getting the wrong idea why I was going out there and hanging out with my buddies. So I stopped
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
But this event should be really a lot of fun. There's, we've already got 2 bands lined up. We're hoping to get a food truck, and
What day is that?
it's a Saturday. Yeah, October 4th.
Wow.
That's right.
Speaking of food trucks, and Matt was talking about eating lunch over in Sykes. Have
Oh,
you
man.
checked out the Shawshank?
They are so good.
I have not yet.
Ooh.
I need to. Only time I've been by there has been closed already.
She sells out.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're giving away a fish dinner. So if you mention the word 13, then you get a free fish dinner. We gave away a free bud. Yeah, you can't miss 13 though.
They're good. I wish
it
they.
wasn't it?
She
Yeah.
said
Oh,
somebody, let's not say she, let's say a person, I can't recall who, explained it's difficult for them to get a food license in Scott County, and that's where this event will be. So that's sad because I really wanted her to be the food truck or one of the food trucks there. It's a good sandwich.
We can work that out. We can work on that. We
We're
can
ready
work
to
on
bowling
that.
alley back up this week too.
Are
Well,
they?
now in Saxon.
Charleston.
Oh, Charleston.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of remodeling in there, repainting the whole place. It's supposed to be, it's gonna be fish.
Fish.
That's what I heard. I heard that he's gonna be focusing on that.
I'm gonna say they're gonna bow. The bow and I'm
No,
gonna
no, no, that's all gone.
Okay.
He took the lanes out a long time ago.
Really? I love the bow.
Yeah,
I'm very good at it, but
I do too.
I like to play ping pong.
I think the equipment got so old that it couldn't,
Couldn't fix it anymore.
it wasn't worth it.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been through 2 topics. Are we done with because I
Ag
thought,
report?
yeah, I wrote a
I'm
3
done.
series article. Matt can compound or comment more if he wants. But I wrote a 3-page article on it, or a 3 series article. Talked to Jamie Pollock, who is one of the area's ag insiders. I haven't got any good news. Matt, can you? He's shaking his head now.
Really not at all. I mean, price of beans right now is what, 10.50? I think. I saw.
Okay, so then, but are we opposed to the bailout? Is anybody
Yeah,
opposed to a bailout?
No,
Come on.
I think we ought to bail out the farmers and the cashiers, the janitors, and the musicians, and the podcasters.
You got a point there that I can go with.
Well, good.
Because I'm just kind of on the fence about that, you know.
About the bailing out of the farmers?
Or the,
Bailing out of anybody.
no, not necessarily that, but I was really against the banks that failed back in the day,
me
you know,
too.
of course.
Me too.
You know, because I just felt like that was a self-inflicted wounds
Right?
and
Poor decisions.
I think, you know, I have my,
That's why we're here, Matt, because people don't realize you and I probably disagree on 88.3% of things.
I was really surprised you let me come over here.
Oh, man,
I was kidding.
I've had
I was kidding.
adverse, I mean, people also don't realize how far we go back and
Yeah.
why we go back. okay?
Well, one thing I say,
I got children.
and I will bring this up, and I have many friends that are farmers and love them all, and I think they're great, and I've worked for a lot of them, worked on the farm a lot of my life, but I don't feel comfortable with us bailing all of them out whenever they're still driving Denali's, high countries, Suburbans that cost $115,000. You know, that makes me kind of jerking aside a little bit. But I also understand the cost that it takes to run a farm.
Sure.
Because especially with Burr Oak, with Joe and Dave Daughter, I spent 5 years with them in the lead man, and that's where I really learned the business part of it. And I understand, you know, that it's hard, but.
And then you got guys like Ag, well, it's not a Denali, is it?
No, it's a 3/4 ton with a fifth wheel in it.
And, you know, him and his dad, and you remember when the flood took away all their.
That was the worst year in farming that I've ever.
I actually found a camera with a bunch of flood videos on it today.
Did you?
Yep, that have never been seen.
Oh,
We
And I'm
had-
pretty sure it's from me and you in a helicopter or something, because it's up high.
Yeah. I know, we had
we did.
5,300 acres when I was in Burr Oak, and there's 5,000 of them was in the flood zone.
Yeah, yeah, they got a lot of ground down there.
we did a gray flyover. I have a bunch of photos from that flyover. In fact, I pulled one up the other day of you and what was it, the Ambrose kid who gave us
Andrew?
Andrew?
Yeah.
He gave us the flyover, we
Yeah.
flew over. I got a great photo of the Big Oak Park, man, when it had water in it. It was flooded.
I
But-
think this is that day, and it's a whole camera full of them. I pulled them off. I ain't got to look at them yet. I found them this morning when I was messing with the
The
camera.
pictures that really got me was the ones of the animals on the levee living together.
Oh yeah.
You know, coyotes and rabbits.
Kawasaki was covered. Like you couldn't stick another animal on it.
Right.
And there wasn't no grass at all.
Dropping hay out of helicopters
Literally,
and stuff.
we were throwing we were throwing hay out for the peacocks on our roof. We had to put corn on our roof
Yeah.
because there wasn't no other place for them to go. Yeah, it was nuts.
Well, that was been 14 years ago now.
Don't seem like it.
It's 2025. And third ditch, man, I listened to your, can we say this without getting?
That's a subject change, but go ahead.
I can't cry about farming forever, can I? I love third ditch. I loved your Joe Walsh.
Oh, thanks, man.
I didn't know you did. I mean, I know you're an Eagles guy and everything, but Joe Walsh doing that, covering him in public, Scotty?
A lot of people play that song, but you know, I don't know. I just got a taste for doing songs as recorded, and you know, Joe Walsh played slide on that, so I've been working on trying to get the slide part to closer and closer. You know, every time I sit down with it.
The band sounded good, man.
Appreciate it. We've been hard at work for a long time. A lot of rehearsals go into that kind of band that you know actually learns the songs. Doesn't just say, "Well, it's in E and it kind of goes like this," and, you know. And that's one version. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you just get a taste for you know the real ingredients, so to speak, in ice cream, and you want to you want the all natural. You don't want to have you know some alternate ingredients in the song. You know, just want to try to get it like it was written. And fortunately, we have a great keyboard player. The other guy on guitar and vocals, Wade, he's great. So, you know,
Who are the band members, if you can say?
Oh, Wade Newbrock. He's teaching his last year of school up there in Perryville, or up, that's right, up north. He's on guitar and vocals. Ron Taylor on bass. He formerly the guy who did Papa Mojo's. Jesse Arnhart, Papa Mojo's. It was a business and gig. Jesse Arnhart. He's he can do anything. He's a drummer, and he can work on cars and get run over by trucks and live all sorts of things.
Wow.
And the keyboard player I'm talking about, Zach FT. Great. Oh my gosh, so talented. Not, but it's kind of fun for him and us too. He has no background listening to all the old rock and roll and stuff. Like some of it he's like not heard. You know, he's of an age when he's into hip hop genre or whatnot. But this kid can play so good that once he hears it, like, oh, you're kind of like, oh, and we're like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Born to play rock and roll.
I'm good friends with Gary Hampton too.
Oh, Gary Hampton, man, he's a good friend of
Retired
ours.
now and traveling.
Doing, well, he retired from the power company.
Yeah, for being.
But he is full-time music as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
And that's, as it should have been, he's a musician at heart.
I think he turns down more than he does.
Yeah, he loves to play. Quite an entertainer, great MC.
Okay. Our production team is on things right now. We've got our post-production here. Matt is keeping us fact-checked.
All right.
Ag is keeping us lined up to get music here, and I'm keeping the flow moving forward.
All right.
I have actually had.
Now we're going to get to production.
Hey,
And part of the reason I was late today.
nobody's late. We're all on
Real.
time. We're all on time, brother. We're all on
I
time.
like to be at the time that, you know, we've agreed, so that's
Told me I was taking a 2-hour lunch today.
Tony has some bones, but we also need to say thank you to Robert, the mechanic, Soulboater, for allowing us to come in here and groove at Timbuktu.
I've heard about this place, I've never been in it.
almost too much.
And so the Shaw Shack, man, they're not open today.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Oh, man.
I know. We was gonna go. Well, gosh, we did have a lunch there last week.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
So what's her, besides fish, what is her?
Man, she posts barbecue.
Barbecue burgers, barbecue
Burgers.
sandwiches like a pulled
Yeah.
pork. She's
Really?
got chips and fries.
She changes the menu and she uses Facebook to promote her menu and stuff. But the reason I hope to be giving her a lot of kudos today, she had to step back from Facebook, from all the nonsense that has been going on the last couple of days, and that has really, man, my inbox is full of love and not love.
I'm sorry.
But it's all good as I chill up, because it's something we need to talk about. The Kirk assassination that was on the show, and right, that makes everybody win. To me, personally, I think why it hit so hard is that I watched it and saw it, and I didn't want to see it.
That video has never been on.
I just didn't want to see it. You can't get it out of your mind once you see it. That's part of it. Now, you know, instead of mourning and just being sad about somebody getting shot in front of our effing eyes, now we want to start, I don't know what the word is anymore. It's not debating. It's throwing out this, that, and the other. And as time has passed, you see a little bit of calmness coming in now, but it's been, a week, 8 days. Funeral's going to be Sunday, state funeral, which is another topic all in itself. But I'm sad the man died. I knew who he was. I liked him. Didn't agree with what he said. I don't agree with what he said. Doesn't mean I can't be sad that he got shot.
I didn't even agree with everything that he was with. I mean, I'm wrong with that.
How'd you feel, Ag?
I had to Google who the dude was. I had no idea. You told me, he got shot. And I'm like, who's that? I had to Google his name.
I'll tell you what
and
I liked
figure out
about
who
him.
he is.
What I liked about him, what
yeah,
I the most, was the fact that he would give the people the opportunity to talk about what they wanted to talk about. He didn't, pick the topics. And he would counter them, or he would agree with some of them.
Or he would get schooled by the lads in Cambridge.
It happens sometimes.
Well, it does.
To everybody.
Well, it should. I mean, like you and I go back and forth. Nobody's
Nobody's ever
always
right.
No.
No.
But and that was my take on my fake book. Just kind of want to get your opinion. I can have my opinion. It's just as valid as Scotty, Zag, as anybody's.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, but no. Your opinion, everyone is entitled to their opinion, yes. But not every opinion is as valid.
I agree.
There is
It
a way.
depends on the context, what that person has with their experience. Why would their opinion be just as valid as someone who's an expert in the field, for example?
Our opinion.
No, not all opinions are valid. There's a lot of really, I almost had a bleak moment, really messed up opinions out there. They're not valid at all. They're just based on insane ideas. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to their insanity.
Right.
They just don't need to inflict their insanity on everybody else.
I just learned the entire, how they got to him, the killer, or the murder, or whatever, this morning. I didn't know everything. I went through 4 different, tried to go to,
Washington Post, New York Times, there's your starting point. BBC, and go from there.
When they how they picked them or how they
actually,
got
I'll tell you where I got the most of it out of was NBC's, little
Video?
deal they did. Yeah, I mean, I got more out of it than any of them, but I did look at 5 or 6, I guess it was. They were all about the same. Some leaning a little right, some leaning a little left.
Well, I'm leaning straight up. I'm
Yeah.
looking, because if I lean, I could fall. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And a little humor.
I think that is an excuse of the week.
What?
Just saying that he just was tired of his hatred.
Yeah. I mean, and see, gosh, dog.
Well,
I don't get the
people
vibe.
wake up in the morning and load a gun and they go shoot somebody.
Well, now they did,
That's a lot.
he
Yeah.
planned it for a week, don't agree with it. He planned it for a week. So, but now that's, was
Yeah.
on NBC, I don't know, I'm not saying.
Because
Reportedly.
they got DNA on
Yeah,
the trigger.
Reportedly, someone close to the crime
Yeah, I don't
alleges that he had been planning it for a week.
And we're not going to tarry much longer on, but I don't care what he is, tranny, yanny, wanny, wanny. He's a nut job. He's a freak. He shot somebody in the friggin' neck. That's all I need to know. But now, all this other stuff, we all need to just
That's their own business.
come together. It is,
Man,
and move
well,
forward.
why is this more important than, what was the little girl with the 14-year-old kid in the cake shop?
Okay,
It's
I
not-
didn't hear that.
And then we're all too busy talking about this guy.
Yeah. Oh, that happens all the time.
Yep.
All the time.
So what I'm getting at is, well, first of all, killing that dude doesn't stop hate speech. He's only a
They can almost
symptom
anything.
of what's wrong with our ability to sort free speech from speech that damages the entire community. Something like yelling fire in a crowded theater. It hurts everybody, so no, you don't have the right to do that. Maybe some of this rhetoric is fire in a theater.
Maybe it is.
So,
But then that's a tricky line,
It's a
Hate-
tricky line.
That hate speech
And then
and,
you have the young lady from Ukraine that was on the train in North Carolina and all places, It's just,
I'd say,
We got stabbed.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know she was from Ukraine.
violence is in the heart. It's not in the gun. It's not in the knife. It's not in the bomb.
Well, guns are a problem with these two gun whackers over here.
Well, here's my objection. I'll get right to it. I was
Objection, Your Honor.
I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment,
Uh-huh.
but because it was supposed to protect us from tyranny. Only what's protecting us from tyranny right now? Since when has a National Guard been an arm of the president to exert his will on the states, on the cities? What's that all about? Come on now.
Hey, you know Memphis, you can't go there after dark. You just
I
can't go
lived in
there.
Washington DC, we were stationed at the Pentagon, you know that.
I do.
And I watched one person get shot in the head from PDU in Union Station of all places. 17-year-old kid. And I had another friend that was carjacked outside Capitol and was shot in the chest with a shotgun and ran over twice.
DC's, you know,
DC's crazy.
It is. Well,
And the Capitol sits in the worst part of it, south side, southeast.
my daughter went to Georgetown,
Yeah.
and well, she went to a semester there, studied. I got to live in DC for a while. We got right by the National Cathedral. I went down, actually smoked a doobie on the National Mall, because it's legal in DC. First time I ever bought legal marijuana
Was in DC?
was in Washington, DC.
Right.
Had it delivered by a black fella who just brought it up in a sack, but it had to be packaged in something else it just couldn't be. No, we're not that brave. Cameras are on me.
Yeah.
Matthew. But I gotta get my camera back here on here.
I went to Michigan back the other day and went that.
Wow, in a truck. But so, yeah, to the National Guard of Memphis, I don't know how we got there.
Oh,
And
no, just National Guard anywhere. Peacekeeping, helping throw sandbags down for a flood is one thing, but patrolling. There's a quote from Battlestar Galactica of all places, but the writers have it right. There's a reason why police and soldiers are not the same. And really, I've got to tell you, I'm in opposition of all these soldiers coming back and being police. We've been
I'm not a fan of the police
militarizing
anymore.
our police.
Don't get me
I know that's gonna piss some people off. What's that?
Totally different training.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're good with guns, really good.
Yeah.
We're talking
But
about
in a way
Memphis.
that's not good for police.
We're talking about Memphis and winning a free, all expenses paid trip to Memphis here. It's on the line.
I don't want to go Memphis either. It's kind of scary.
I heard.
I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm just saying we're gonna figure something else out than that. And okay, even if
Bahamas
the
is
governor
part of it.
so decided, that'd be a different thing because it's the governor's
Yeah.
prerogative. Even then, that's kind of it's gray, but it's less gray than a federal right.
Going back to the Second Amendment for a second, not to be interrupted.
Oh,
but
interrupt you. It's
I
part
was
of the
thinking a while
problem.
ago, you remember, I know all of you, I graduated in 1987.
78.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little bit younger than some of you, I don't know about all of you,
I graduated '85.
but 85, okay.
You're a
I'll
punk.
get that young.
You're a punk.
Yeah.
You're a punk.
But
Did he say 90
He
something?
did, 96.
in the big
He's a millennial.
in the big C town, every day of my life drove up next to the ag building and had rifle or shotgun in the back window, getting a
Yeah.
fight right next to the truck and never thinking
And
about
never
going and
thought.
grabbing that gun. Never, ever, ever.
Right.
My
What's
dad.
wrong now?
My dad had
Oh.
his rifles.
Oh,
hang on.
what's
My
wrong?
dad had his rifles, German war era Mauser, a couple 22s leaned up in the corner of his closet. I used to go and look at them. But the thought of carrying those up to the bus stop to take care of the kid who's bullying me, I never even dreamed of.
Yeah.
That's why you went into judo.
Take one, but I'll keep it.
Yeah, we still like would have guns in our car at school.
Yeah.
We'd get them out ag class, show it to them. Look at this, look at that.
Don't know how many
Never
guns I
thought
had in
about
my
using it
car.
on somebody.
No.
Do you know how many guns I had in my car? But I have a personal story with guns. My mama's sister died, and this is back in the 40s. A rifle fell off of a gun rack in their house and discharged and killed her. So I grew up with that. And I was scared. And so my dad took me out here to 10 Mile Pond to shoot a pistol when I was 9, 10 years old. You know how fathers were trying to ingratiate the children in there. I had a 22 Ruger.
And I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm sorry if this upsets people, but I think he's doing the right thing because familiarity, cures curiosity. And it's not like the movies. If he does have to defend himself from an animal or a human, he won't be like the movies and suddenly he's pow, 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 diving on the tables. You gotta shoot off a
Know how to
boxer.
use it. Yep.
You gotta shoot off a boxer.
And not
before-
learn from, what's that video game?
No, it ain't like that.
That's what some of them, that's what they know about guns.
That's all
That's
this
what they
is.
saw on their video game. Yeah.
But-
They should have stuck with Atari and quit right there.
Right there. Bing, we could have played Pong. We're gonna play a game of Pong here. I'm gonna wear you out. So I was 9 or so, and he took me out to the pond. I had an older brother, so they had all been shooting, and they knew how, but he was trying to help the younger kid out. I got there on the bridge, and he said, "Now, boy, you hold that gun, you hold it out there, and you pull it." So as soon as I pulled it back here to me, it kicked back,
Ooh.
got me
Like
right
a
here.
slide in the chin?
Yeah, oh, I went flying.
22?
Oh, it was a German Ruger. It was
Oh,
pump
Ruger.
pump. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and it, I still had a little scar there in my dimple, but freaked me out, blood where I'm
I figured
scared.
that was just somebody punching you. I'm just kidding.
Did you hear what he said? He's from, yeah. No, that's the scars in the eye. I got sucker punched twice.
Yeah, I got one thing right.
In EV, oh, walking to class, I got one. I'm like, you know this, son of a bitch. I did it.
But you're right, I mean, if kids are taught.
Yeah.
I mean, we had hunter safety in junior high.
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore, do they? Or do they?
No.
I don't think
No,
so.
they have
Take it
lockdown.
online now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, you know, it wasn't like Dad just tried it once and quit. So I'm 17, 18 years old. So he takes me out on the way to Caro right there on the levee. He worked for Bungie. Had a rifle. We were gonna shoot 22 rifle. Got out of the truck, put that rifle up to my deal, and I had to look at my dad. Just can't do it. He was disgusted and like, you went and said, yeah, so I just guns I have no need for them. I lived on Main Street in Memphis. Walked home from the ballpark. I ain't armed. Nowadays, I think God's protecting me, or he's just saying, well, it ain't your time yet. But, you know, sure, back to the Memphis trip, just know where to go and use your common sense. Memphis is still a fun place to go. I had a friend of mine, Telly, called me this morning. Going, I can't believe people talk bad about Memphis. But yeah, you can. You can believe it. It's a jungle. Now, what's the cause for that?
Poverty. Am I right? I'm sorry, I didn't raise my hand. All right?
That's a part of it, isn't it? Generational poverty. Now, Scotty, how do you solve that?
Universal basic income?
Come on, Stark, you're the right wing here. Be
Well,
my-
parents.
Oh, you can't know. How you gonna make people parent, man? You got a plan, I'm for it, but how?
Well, I mean, when the kids are young, you either instill a quality in them of knowing what's right and wrong, or you don't.
Well, yeah, that's.
But they don't know what's right or wrong.
But their parents
Now, I
are.
know this is gonna be a disagreement from probably all three of you, but I think a lot of the stuff happened when they quit busting their asses with a paddle in school.
They spank them in spray now.
They do now?
Yes,
Thank you.
really. Coach
I
Knight
mean,
come
I
up
really
to
feel
me
like
the other
that was a
night.
big deal. I mean, because
Oh,
I was scared. I got a lot of paddlings, but I was scared of, you know, Al Cope
But
had
that-
that bear up there, he's watching you.
But that doesn't solve generational poverty.
Well, no,
So
you're
I was
right.
in school, and
Makes your head right.
and me and a kid got into it, yada, yada, yada. So the teacher's gonna take, and I'm a big kid, I'm talking 4th grade. So, so the teacher takes me out, and he always put my eyes, I know you aren't, nobody with my mom, you know, nobody with me but my mom and daddy. No, so you, I mean, I fought, and then I got home. Of course, they had phones, and it's like, oh yeah, not only can your teachers whip you, but you get one here also.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. When
Double
kids-
up.
When kids were scared of that, you know.
Well, made me reconsider my decisions themselves.
I want to solve generational poverty. I want to hear universal income. Come on. Like during COVID, is that what you're talking about?
You know, when the economy is booming,
Universal basic income.
universal basic income, okay, base, every individual.
Socialism,
has an outlawed
Matthew.
to them, okay, and so the government has one figure. There is no public housing. The market can decide, you know, the housing. There is no minimum wage. There is no health, I mean, health insurance is part of it, you know, because we're a first world country, or we should act like one. But
We are a
pretty much
first world
you get rid of
country.
all the food stamps, all that, because and it's personal responsibility. So then you have, you know, parents who are living with kids, but, you know, not feeding their kids and taking EBI and doing something else like that. Well, that's jail. I mean, that's, you know, that's child neglect. You address those issues. But now you got people who, artists can do art, musicians can be musicians, entrepreneurs can do their entrepreneurship, right? They could like, well, I'm gonna live on this much and this much, I'm gonna put into my business, I'm gonna work my butt off. A lot, you know, they say in places where they've tried it, almost nobody does nothing. They always use it as an opportunity for some education, you know, additional work.
Healthcare or something.
Yeah. So,
Canada kind of does something like that, don't they? I
and
mean,
they have
way-
healthcare, I don't think they have the UBI, not.
No, I don't think they've got
Somewhere
where
Read that
every,
for you.
They've only done
They've
it
got
on
where
a smaller
everybody gets
scale.
their check.
But the thing is the economy, under all the old paradigms, is breaking. And,
Oh.
and that's why I say, circling back around, it's now hitting our food source, right? It already hit our healthcare source, right? Anybody happy with the healthcare they're getting right now? You are? What is it?
Medicaid, Medicare,
Oh.
I'm poor, so I get it all.
I just got on Medicaid myself thanks to my wife's diligent,
VA.
application. VA?
So we're all fortunate, but I had to become cracked open like a pecan and, to get the insurance. But now, doctors love to see me walk in the door because they know they don't bill the government.
Well, I had to stick with VA because the last, I'm not gonna mention, we'll give it for advertising, the last company I was working for, I got insurance through them, $115 a week for me.
Oh my gosh,
And I
man.
haven't been to a doctor in 35 years for
Right.
anything. I am a smoker, but
No.
you can't charge me an extra $50 a week
They
for that.
can, too.
I mean, they can.
Right, right.
Here's $115 a week, needless to say, for just basic.
Yeah.
I dropped it. I said, no, I'll stick with
And
VA.
having to, you had to, we had to be first in.
VA's probably got better
No,
coverage in the long run.
That's good, I mean, at least.
Yes, Mr. Wallace?
The VA's probably got better coverage in the long run
They're getting,
versus.
they're starting to do vision now, and they're starting to do, dental and
Yeah.
things like that. But
I also have universal health care
Drive so
as
far,
a
though.
supplement. And, but again, I couldn't afford any of that crap until I got cracked open like a pecan. And now, but, so we've got 40 minutes into the show. We sit here and we've taped a whole show. And so I don't know when we want to stop. I got a couple more topics to cover before we end. Is that okay with everybody? I haven't heard you say much today. Because Matthew, give you the floor. You made a trip down here. We appreciate you coming in, being a part of. Is this kind of what you thought you were coming into, or?
yeah, because I watched y'all the other night, before I fell asleep. I said,
Hey, come on.
8 minutes into that.
I did
He's got
understand a
jokes.
little bit.
He does. You see, he is funny. I mean, if you wade through the nonsense, he does have a little sense of humor.
But no, it's pretty much,
We had Hinkle on last week, Bob. You've got better lighting. He was over there in the
I
shadows.
saw that.
Well, speaking of lighting, so I didn't arrive here at the time I intended because I've been held up by another story we can talk about later. We don't have time for this
Long
segment.
hit. Long hit.
Yeah. So then, as I was leaving, I was thinking, the lighting thing. I actually have the exact light to do it. But then I was like, and it's not even that heavy character. Then I was like, oh man, I have to drag on the stand too, man. I ain't dragging on the stand. So then I went to the car and I was getting in the car and I threw my backpack in the car and I was like, oh man, the stand's already here. So then I felt bad. I had to go back in and get the light. So I got the light. But where's the light? I was in the car.
Jesus.
Well, if you're gonna sit with your back to the light, you're just gonna throw a big old shadow anyway. You have to be in the light. We got one light. We got one light. Like, I
Put it
can't-
right there, hang it, man. But look, I don't
And then
know.
we all
Y'all
have
the production
shadows.
team.
Well, the production team's telling you if you want lighting, you're gonna have to sit on the side that shows your face.
I like this natural light.
Well, there you go. That's why the lighting's still in the car out there.
And I don't like people looking at me straight in the face because they ain't got no teeth. That's a bummer. But I also can't get over there in the corner with all the naked girls because that was, I have daughters.
Are you gonna swing over a camera and clarify that there's a sign that says girls, girls, girls? There's not actual girls. It's literally pointed over there and said, you can't
I
point the
did.
camera over there with all the girls. Are you trying to get me divorced?
We do have groupies. We do have groupies. Right? Did you bring groupies?
No, I don't
Horseshoe,
have-
they ain't got no horseshoe lake?
I got rid of all of them.
You got rid of them.
Too expensive.
So, animal welfare. Crazy ladies, dog sanctuary and refuge or something like that.
Okay.
Hyperlinked on my page, on our
Awesome.
Facebook page. She needs dog food. She needs some of us to go out and shovel gravel to help her. She got $100 just outside of South of Morley. Yes, sir. She takes in all the strays and all that from all over the boot here.
Just dogs, no cats.
No, she's got kitters too.
Yeah,
man.
kidders too.
Right. Don't need the kitters, but takes them. I mean, it's a refuge, it's a sanctuary, it's a big, she's 501c or whatever it is when you can be.
No, probably.
Yeah.
So you can get your donations back as a tax break.
Like if we had a big car dealership that had a lot of money and had an advertising budget, you know, they could send $500 to buy a bunch of food. And that's what corporate sponsors, I'm looking at you, you know, we're trying to get sponsored for the show because we do need lights more than one and mics more than one. You know, we'll get there.
You're talking small family corporations, right?
Well, we're talking the LLC. Did you get that done?
Well, there's a big difference. You know, my family has a corporation. They have an RV parking company.
Your family is
Orange
rich.
Not that rich. So we ain't buying those senators or even congressmen. We ain't rich.
Hey, we're all rich.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're blessed.
Yes.
We are certainly blessed. Oh yeah.
And my daughter just bought a house. Her and her
Then
husband.
she is truly blessed too. And a lot of people would consider her
8
a
months
wealthy
pregnant.
woman. Yeah.
So she bought the new house.
Yeah, that's
Guess what the central air conditioning unit decided to do?
die.
Yeah.
Right when we got to another heat wave.
Yes.
Oh.
So they come and replace the unit.
Condolences.
Guess what happened to the unit they replaced it with? You know, so then they had to take the compressor out of the old unit and put it in the new unit. So I said, maybe they weren't either one of those new. But that's another day, it's another story. My point of that being, you can make it in this economy. You're gonna struggle.
Right. Some people may not.
I don't know
I
how.
mean, none of us
you know.
are starving to death yet. Yet.
And they just bought a house. It's a first-time homeowner's loan. Wow. I mean, so there are left-leaning programs that will help you get into homes. But yeah, I'm happy for her, and I'm excited for the birth of my granddaughter to be hopefully near Halloween. Also, my other daughter, as people have watched my Facebook drama lately, you know, her husband is running for Congress. Not the House.
Is he for
State
sale?
House. Oh, heck yes. I'm sure he would be if you could throw some money his way. But, I mean, to watch what this kid, and now I call him a kid, he's in his 30s, running for Congress against James Comer, that'd be like me or you running against Jason Smith. No chance of winning. Literally none because of the electorate.
Foot race.
Boom titch. But he's doing it. He's going out in public, he's speaking in places, and he's identified himself as a Democrat. And so that's when it hurts me in my heart when I hear and I see and read on my Facebook page and listen to my leaders of the country, all of that leftist crap. Well, you're talking personal. My family is that.
All
Now,
that leftist crap, like the 40-hour work
How are
week.
you supposed to address that? I mean, if you're not fully in agreement with, you know, I don't really like to call myself on the right, because I'm not,
you're not.
but
I think left-right is a complete misnomer
I
for
can
what
see
we
that.
are.
I'll agree with you on that. I
Because
mean,
I have
no
lots
other
of,
word for it, really.
I go left, right, and yeah, but yeah, I don't, but what I hear, I'm not gonna let the President of the United States gaslight me, and I'm not gonna let these guys get up and go, left is all coming from the left. Dude, my Facebook is literally all right. And where are the leftists? There's one right here. There's another one right there.
I'm a centrist.
Okay, centrist.
I
See,
spent the entire Biden administration being called a
That's your
Trumper.
clue.
And now that Trump's back in office,
It's been a what?
everybody's like, "What do you like, Biden?" I am a centrist. I've been a centrist.
You're cute.
I've been a
You said
centrist.
Biden.
Ain't no center no
I have
more.
a question, since I have three, whatever y'all want to call yourself.
Human
I have a
beings.
question that none of my friends or people, anybody has ever answered from the side over there.
Which side?
Is whenever they, from that side over there,
Oh, where the girls are.
yeah. What
Sorry.
do you all feel that Kamala Harris would have done or been
No,
doing?
God.
No, I just gotta know, I mean, what would she have done or been doing if she'd have been elected that would have changed things and made things better?
Wouldn't put on
Nothing,
tariffs.
not a thing.
Wouldn't have put on tariffs.
She wouldn't have made a damn thing better.
That's the first thing, honest, I mean, I've never gotten an answer at all until now.
No.
Okay, there you go.
Ain't
Well,
no way
you're still
you
seeing, you're still seeing
But you know
like
what?
on Facebook.
I'm gonna tell you what. She would not have
Put tariffs in.
paved over the rose garden behind the White House.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah. Well, they didn't show you that on your news bubble.
Bubble.
Because that's what I mean. You're in a bubble. You don't hear it all. You're hearing one side or the
Oh,
other.
I know that.
You know?
Depends on your algorithm
Oh, yeah.
and everything on what
Yeah,
you're doing.
I think
Like
it's-
I click on ad for blue jeans one time, and all I hear about is blue jeans for a week.
Yeah. But I do have some people that I'm friends with on there that I went to school with and that has represented me a couple of times, maybe once or twice, and that are really, really strong to the left.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I have bruises on my forehead sometimes from hitting the flash, you know.
I hope that was on film. Was that on film? Please, please.
Gotta be on one of them.
But I, you
Gotta be
know,
on one. We don't
you know, I
know.
was completely independent until a while.
See,
I would vote for Bill Clinton again today.
here, I know for
He
George.
would, if he didn't have her with him.
He was one of the best presidents.
Hillary.
Oh, man. He did a lot of
Great
really good
dude,
stuff.
man. I mean, he did a lot of
He's
things.
one of the last presidents who did anything for people.
He only made one mistake.
Why are we talking about a
And
mistake?
Well,
and the thing he
see
did,
her?
I did.
well, the thing he did, they were all doing it.
Yeah,
Kennedy
yeah.
did it.
They're
Kennedy
doing
was
it.
just smart
They're doing
enough to
it.
get, you know.
So male toxicity.
They still.
We
Yeah, they're
have
still
not-
doing it.
Wait a minute, I saw something on the little deal about Epstein reading for him.
Yeah, that's
Male
what it's
tox
like.
male toxicity.
There's a hidden list that proves it.
Proves what?
That they're still doing it.
Right, that's right.
I missed out. I was trying to be production guy. What were we saying? He said Epstein. You said what?
I said they're still doing it, and that Epstein list proves that they're still doing it.
I didn't think there was a list. Is there a
Oh,
list?
they're
Is there a list?
Sure there's a list.
Is there a list? You seen the list?
Why is the list secret?
I would say,
I've
given
heard
their
some
age,
people
it's
that
probably a little black book.
Right, with the little clasp on it, the Y.
You know, about yay big, and
Yeah.
black leather, and little star system maybe.
Or it could all be on a laptop, and then we know we'll never see it.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it in. He's been wanting to talk about Joe Biden's boy. What's his name? You look like Hunter. Why are you being hated on Hunter?
I just said laptop.
If they get the laptop with the list on it,
Read between the lines, Stark. Read between the
they hit that
lines.
shit. That list got all of them.
Yeah.
You're right, exactly.
Got all of them. So
See-
they don't need one of them when it come out.
I'm gonna make sure, this is gonna, all right, I'm gonna make sure this starts again so I can get this one on. And I know it looks like that we have a post-production team,
Yeah.
but,
I don't know
And-
if you can.
yeah. This is a serious
I
topic,
got time for that.
toxic male of what we have here. And I'm gonna scoot that, he said that's that. But yeah, mental health issues. You know, we all have dealt with issues throughout our life. I think every human
Why do you
has.
keep calling us crazy? Why do you keep doing that?
You got, he's
Every show he
long,
does
long
that.
hairy hippie.
He
He's
sits
a
there and
leftist.
tells us
So.
about how we have mental illness.
I didn't say you have. I said we all deal with mental health issues. That doesn't mean you're mentally
I was
unbalanced.
sad, now she's back home, so I'm happy.
Wow. Ag said on the way out here, he said, "Oh, the women will break your heart." Now, what do you
Well,
got?
sure they will.
I don't want none.
Jesus.
I'm single with no kids.
I'm
At
single with 6
56
of them.
years old. So,
But male toxicity. See, hopefully we'll have a big Halloween party here and we can have it.
They say the married men live longer, but you gotta survive it.
yeah, that's right. I was married once. To a good person.
You know why the work costs so much? 'Cause it's worth it.
Yeah.
God, male toxicity. It's ugly, people. It's ugly. So I'm gonna hit stop there on that one, and I'm gonna look at a time.
What is it?
We're at 60 minutes on mine.
Okay.
I was dead.
I was going to make a really funny
We do
comment
have
there,
Park
but
A
it,
and take Park B and sell them both, Bridget.
well, we are ending this now.
Yeah.
It's been a real fun day.
I
It's
appreciate
real, it's
it.
been fun.
Alright. Come over here, guys. Matthew, get over here in the middle. so
Together in,
we
all on
can
the
do
same
all this.
side of the camera, all
We're
with the
gonna-
light in our face. Oh
Which
my
camera are we
gosh.
looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all of it.
You got too many cameras.
Yeah.
Do I put my left or right hand?
Left. Like I wrote
I'm
in
not
for
gonna
you.
do that.
All right.
I was sending
Team on me.
something.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. It's still pathetic. It's just the worst. Who said that?
Or what was his name? Big Daddy?
I'm making sure this stop. I have to stop recording so I can start cussing. Okay.
I guess I'll go back to the Childers
No.
Mansion at,
Not without firing that one up, you ain't.
I got it right here.
We got to step aside.
Yeah.
You have to come back next week so we can argue about something. We were just agreeing
Hey, I'll
about
come back
today.
anytime you let me in.
Did he
love
was a
it.
guest or he just invited you?
I love it.
And yet you didn't act like an asshole.
I told you I wasn't going to.
But you are an asshole. I mean, that's,
I'll get you back here after a while when we get on that.
But let's promote the show. I am trying to get us some diamond sponsors so that we can, you know.
You got $100 today. I had to
You
pay
don't
to get in
tell
there,
me
you know that,
that.
don't you?
I did not know.
Yeah, I had to pay $100.
Did I get 33 bucks?
Yeah.
All right. Then welcome and well met.
No.
He didn't think I was gonna do it. He thought I was kidding him. Hey, I
As soon
understand.
as we get the LLC formed and we get it into the corporate fund, I'll throw you 33. And next
now
time
we're
bring
trying
this
to-
fucking light in.
So if I do it again, do I need to send 33 to 3 different people?
That's how to do it. Yes.
No.
Yes, please.
In 3 months, when you come back for your quarterly membership,
Yeah.
well, hopefully then the LLC be working and you can go put
Yeah.
it there.